This train is about to leave the station, headed around the world spreading the good gospel and inspirational music. Your conductor, Elder James Lockhart, bringing the world the very best in inspirational and gospel music. Rhema, gospel train.
It's time to get your praise on.
We up in here, guys. We in the building.
Oh, yes, San Antonio and Global Listeners, Get Right Church. That's Andrea. It's Andrea, Get Right Church Frazier. Coming up to you right now. Many of you are standing by, waiting on for the man himself. I'm talking about none other than Legacy City.
Yeah.
And he's here with a surprise guest. Yes. Keeping it real, keeping it live. So stay tuned for Legacy City.
Welcome to Rhema Gospel Express. I'm your host. Oh, can I say that? No, I'm Legacy City with the conductor himself. And guess who I have in the building, guys? This is part 2 of her interview. Been a long time. She stopped Elder from getting coffee when he heard her galloping in here. You know what I'm saying? Miss Valessa Winslow, author Valessa Winslow. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful, Cedric. Thanks for having me today.
Of course. You know, you my player partner. You know what I'm talking about? So now, look, Elder was like, I'm going to go get some coffee. I'm like, she's on her way. She's on her way. Well, we got Miss Time, but check this out, man. From your book, we'll just dive in from your book to the last time you was here, which was on my topic I was going to start on, about people being intimidated and jealous of your position and jealous of who you are and what you got going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about that. Then I remember last time you was like, you know, here in the city, it was hard for you to get to be a part of a lot of seminars because people was intimidated and didn't want you to be there or cliquish or so. But then shortly after that, I saw you kicking down a lot of doors. You was doing book signings. You was giving speeches. You was headlining things. You was doing your thing, man. So let's talk about it. How the transition been?
The transition has been great, and I like to tell everyone is that when you let go of the will and you let God have his way with you, everything is going to be okay. My book was entitled Rape the Silence So Good Girls Don't Tell It To Now, and I had a companionship to the book, which I want to say is still out there on Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and Amazon. I came back over here, it's been 10 months, I believe. But now I am going to expand the book and talk more about me, because in 10 months' time, Cedric, guess what? I've grown up a little bit more than what I was before.
You should have. I'll be kind of concerned you would have came back here the same.
Right.
Like, so you ain't learned that?
Right.
Cut the interview. Miss Drake said you are beautiful, by the way.
Oh, okay. Tell her I said thank
Miss
you.
Destiny Drake, yes, she's a model herself. So
I appreciate.
And you're going to be probably going out there to L.A. You're supposed to be going to L.A., right?
Yes, I'm going to talk about that.
So definitely. You got things going on out there in L.A., so let's jump into it. What we got going on? Let's jump into it.
First of all, I would like to thank San Antonio Monthly Magazine.
Okay.
They had me on their magazine for the month of July.
Okay.
And I need to give a shout out to Wally Lafayette, and also I would like to give, which he is the creative editor and lead photographer, so I'm going to give him a shout out. And also the DM Rodriguez, CEO and founder of the publisher of the magazine.
What's happening with everybody? What's going on?
So now I am going to go to Los Angeles,
LA.
which is pretty soon. I'm going to Los Angeles, where I am going to be a part of a movie premiere. I'm going to be watching the movie premiere.
Red carpet status.
Yes, red carpet status and
definitely.
screening.
Definitely.
So that is good. I need to give a shout out to Josh Gomez, who is the editor of Magic Image Hollywood magazine. I was on the cover for March and April. So yay for me.
Look at this. Oh, look at her. Okay, doing a bit. Gracing the cover of Mag. That's dope. Wow, this is dope.
Yes.
This is super dope. Wow. With the big names, you got Jimmy Kendall. Look at Look at you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. But I want to let people know about the power of telling your story.
Wow.
Can I dive in a little bit?
Yeah, go dive
Cedric?
in. Go ahead. I'm still tripping.
When
on
we
this
tell
magazine.
our story, I wanted people to look at my story like a storage facility full of boxes.
Definitely.
When you have boxes in the storage facility, I had a lot of clutter in there. I had rape, molestation, traumatic experiences, low self-esteem. All those things was in those boxes that I had. And what I had to realize, even when I navigated through the journey of the storage facility, it still got deeper and deeper for me. But what I really knew that I had to do is look at myself in the mirror and say, I need to change. How many of you have been there where you can say to yourself, I've been down this road so many times and I need to make a change? Well, that was me, and I had to do that. And I did it with self-preservation. I had to be honest with myself to say, it's not my fault of all the traumatic experiences I've gone through, and I need to get the help that I need. And that's what I did. And it's been a powerful experience with me, Cedric, because I held that for 33 years.
Oh, wow.
Of all the traumatic experience that I had faced, and no longer will I keep hold of that. And now it's a blessing to say that I am going into writing additional information to the book that I have self-published, the two books that I have self-published, Rape the Silence, The Good Girls Don't Tell It Till Now, and the Work the Book, which really helps you heal through the journey of the process that you're going through.
Let me ask you a question. So, did you also, when you went and got help, did you go see like what's it called, a doctors or what's it called,
psychiatrist and a psychologist? I saw both of them.
Definitely. The reason why I brought that up, because a lot of people so faith strong that they dumb. Let me just be honest about it. They forget, like, it was 12 disciples, right? But people forget Luke was a doctor. You see what I'm saying? So he was that doctor for a reason. You can be faith strong, but you still have that outsource to go get something.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I brought that up, just to put that little nugget in there. It's okay to go seek help, especially when you're dealing with things of that nature, that degree.
Oh, yeah. And that's so important that you bring that up, because I know in the African American community,
It's taboo.
It's taboo, and we don't want to go get the help that we need. And I lost my husband to suicide, 2003.
Jesus.
Why? Because he did not do what?
Go get help.
Go get the help that he needed.
Oh man, that's
And
tough.
with that being said, it affects everyone, not only the family, but it affects people in the community as well. So I really tell anybody, if you're going through any type of depression or traumatic experiences, please, please, please go through that door and walk through it and be courageous, because really that's what it boils down to, is having the courage. That's what it boils down to. And believe me, you'll feel a lot better once you get the help that you need.
Because I mean, I think more or less for our culture, just in general, a lot of things are just taught and embedded with us. You know, going to get help, keep people out your business, and
right.
You know, black people don't commit suicide. That's a white folks thing. That's a white people stuff. But it happens in our community as well.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Depression is a silent killer.
Yes.
It's some people, it's signs of depression and signs of suicide, but there's also sometimes there's no signs.
Right.
There's no signs at all. A person can smile every day, can be happy every day, and be miserable. You will never know it. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that, because I have a lot of associates and a few friends, and they told me, they said, Valessa, you really had on a mask. I really didn't know that you went through all those traumatic experiences that you went through. And literally, I did wear a mask for a very long time. I really did.
I think we all do. I think we all do to a certain extent, because you know, I used to hear saying, like, when you're the Superman of the group, nobody checks to see if you're okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're a stronger person, nobody asks you. Like the stronger person have bad days and stuff as well. So,
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's layers to everybody. It's I think everybody has layers, especially when I used to hear the saying that hurt people hurt people.
Exactly. Yes,
You know
I've heard that too.
And if that's the case, then where's the healing remedy?
Exactly.
You know, we have a thing where we'll give scriptures, but we won't teach you how to apply scriptures when it comes to healing and hurt.
Absolutely.
You know,
application.
Or you'll hear about a medicine, but you don't know how to apply the medicine. That's just across the board to start healing.
Right.
Or, you know, when, like, I'm just being honest when I say this, and I know some people will get offended, but our system, police system, we're not talking about brutality or nothing. We're talking about, I done witnessed on so many occasions where girls go in to talk about being raped and they feel like they are the predator.
Wow.
Well, what you have on, or what was you doing?
Right.
It don't matter what I had on. It don't matter if I was in there drinking, dancing by myself. If I had a skirt on that said bootylicious and fresh across the chest, doesn't give you the right to touch me.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So you know how many women that have been through that lose faith in the system, and the person just walk on out the way. You know, about their business, and you know it's a process that goes. It's a tedious process. You know, you're in the hospital getting checked and shots and making sure you don't got this and that, and they'll come forth just to be knocked down.
Absolutely.
And so that's what and this is just not, oh, this is what I heard, this is what I seen. It's like, really? What's the use of coming and getting help? So what kept you silent for so long before you decided to say anything?
Well, a part of that, like, I've served my military career, 22 years of service. So it's a great question that you asked. That is because a lot of that I was in denial and I just didn't want to talk about it. A lot of times what we do is, I know what I have done, I just forgot about it, didn't want to talk about it, and it did affect me. But also, as me serving my military career in the military, I served 22 years of service, and it's all about the mission comes first. And so with that being said, when you are in charge of airmen, seamen, Marines, all those individuals, you put them first before yourself. But when I got out the military, which was 2015, I ended up saying to myself, I had time to think. I really had time to think.
You didn't have anything to hide behind.
Exactly.
You didn't have anything to hide behind.
I didn't have anything to hide behind, and I knew that there was more to me besides just serving my country. Definitely. And I ended up going into putting pen to paper for passion and purpose and sharing my story. But then I said to myself, there's more to it than just that. Definitely. This is tapping into what I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to tell my story. I didn't know what platform, how I was going to do it, but I always wanted to do it. And now I end up being an author and a motivational speaker. I always told my siblings that I was going to be a motivational speaker. Yeah. So everything that I'm doing now is everything that I always wanted to do. So your dreams have been manifest.
Yes. Miss Dad says as well, and that's why women have been reluctant to seek help. Which one were we talking about? And I was thinking about, because I did 10 years in the military. I got out 2015 as well. And I was going to say, like, a lot of things in the military, whether they'll say or not, equal opportunity, sharp, all that, whatever, that it will play a role in your career, especially as a woman. The woman becomes a liability, or they shed light on, or this going on. So it does as well affects career. So it's some people that really care, but we know it's a whole bunch of good old boys and good old girls in that crew that will cover each other up. It can be dead wrong, and they have each other back. And then they wonder why, it's suicide and this and that going on. I remember things happened when I was there, especially I was in comeback. So that's a whirlwind in itself. I was in comeback my whole service. So the person on suicide watch, they're like, this person, I feel like hurting myself. They put them on suicide watch, but they'll make them go clean a toilet or do something. I'm like, that's not gonna help. You're gonna get another soldier watching the soldier clean the toilet, a man and a person cleaning the toilet. It's not gonna help with that situation. If anything, you're gonna push him to the edge to blow his brains out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And So you know, sometimes it's just like I'll be quiet till the right time.
Right.
And the next thing I know, the right time slip on by, and it's like one day it'll be the right time, one day it'll be the right time, one day it'll be the right time.
Yes.
And like you say yourself, for 22 years in the service, and now the right time is where I don't have nothing on my plate. I gotta find my purpose.
Yes.
And sometimes finding our purpose is digging into what hurts more, hurt
There you
most.
go. There you
So
go.
it's like, in order to get through my purpose, I gotta go through this pain again. I gotta
Yes.
filter this out. So, what was the process? What besides just not just getting out, sitting down, was you reluctant to write and put that out there? Was there embarrassment, or was it like, okay, finally I gotta get these chains off me? By any means, I gotta get free.
Well, that's a great question. For me, I wanted to break the chains. I also wanted to let myself know that there's another life after the traumatic experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I can no longer hide and say I'm okay when I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how long will I have to go through years after years? Like I said, I kept it silent for 33 years, me being raped,
Oof.
molested, and
That's
going
a
through
long
domestic
time.
violence.
Well,
So
Jesus.
what I say to myself is that I have to look in the mirror.
Mhm.
I have to say, look, these are things that have been troubling me.
Mhm.
But let me tell you about when you go to the doctor.
Mhm.
I did not like my doctor.
Oh goodness.
And here's why. It's because I knew that when I walked in that office, I would have to pull back those layers of the onion.
Mhm.
And I knew
Uh-oh.
that it was going to get real deep, really quick.
So it wasn't the doctor's fault that you didn't like them.
I didn't like the doctor because I knew that he was going to put me in a place that I did not want to be. And I knew that I had to do the work. And doing the work was two things that I remember the most. Forgive yourself first,
Oh yeah, it's very important.
and it's not your fault. And when he asked me that question, I was like looking at him like a deer with headlights. What? It's not my fault? Forgive who? What? What does forgive mean? Because if you're telling me to forgive, I don't even know where to begin.
My God.
Because I have started just resenting everybody that come in contact with me. I will be short with them because didn't know how to deal with it all. But what's the important thing is about when you are going through a healing process is journaling out your thoughts. That was so therapeutic for me to write down the situations that occurred that made me feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going into these details that's so personal about me. But I realized that when I did what I did, it was courage to go in there and walk through that door and tell the doctor what I've been going through.
Definitely.
And I had to do the work. And I'm so thankful that I did the work because it allowed me to become who I am today.
You're gracing the cover of Hollywood magazines, you know what I'm talking about? Movie
It's just so-
premieres, you know what I'm saying?
So I am
Author, motivational
thankful.
speaker, doing her thing. So this is what I'm gonna say too. Just like anything else, whether it's spiritual, physical, or what the situation is, in order to heal, you first have to understand that there is a problem.
Correct.
You have to address it. That's
Absolutely.
the first thing. I mean, if you never peel out the first layer and address the situation, you won't be on the cover of this magazine.
Yeah, it took a long road to get there.
33 years, right? But
Oh.
they're just recovering and different things of that nature. And people don't understand, like, for yourself, you're a very beautiful woman, but they don't understand. They just see beauty, but they don't want to, like,
Yeah.
yo, these scars are covered up with designer
Man, oh,
fashion. Y'all don't
man.
see. Y'all don't see, you know, and it can play off and just affect everything in a 360.
Yeah.
Put your whole life on hold when you're not dealing with self.
And also what I want to also say is trust in God. Trust in God on your journey and he will not fail you at all. And that's what I had to do. And that's why I say the revelation of let go of the will is because I had to let go of the will and I knew that I could only sit in 2 spots, either on the passenger side or the back seat. But I couldn't sit nowhere else because you know who was in the driver's seat.
So there you go. Exactly. So even with that being said, first you gotta be willing and able to confront your own demons. You know what I'm saying? Because God give you free will. At the end of the day, God gives you free will. You can be in denial. You can be in denial and run from it, or be like, okay, God, faith without works is dead. I'm gonna work it and have the faith that you heal on the way. And once you do that, and a lot of stuff we go through, which sucks sometimes. Oh, last time I said suck on the radio, it was like, you can't say that. Whatever.
You just said
last
it.
time.
You just said it.
I know, right? Oops. It's crazy. It don't feel good going through a situation. It's not, when God have you make you the blueprint, that's not a good feeling. It's good when it's successful, but when you the blueprint to come out of darkness, it's like,
wow.
It hurt.
Aha moment.
It's an
aha moment.
It hurts.
Got you, God. Okay.
It hurts when he make you the blueprint to come out of suffering.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because like some things in my life, I'm like, well, I'm going through this. I don't even know these type of people.
But Cedric, it's not about me.
Of course, exactly.
It's about anyone that needs help to get healed through their circumstances. I want to make sure that it's clear. It's never about me. It's about anyone that needs to heal through any circumstances. And I just happen to be that vessel. So I want to let you know that.
And she brought up a good point. Miss Drake is on point today. Especially, it's right on time, especially here with the Me Too movement and these different things going on. People feel like they can't be touched with stuff. And people are afraid to speak out. Men and women, you know what I'm saying? They are afraid to speak out on this thing. But we got Miss V. Winslow coming here talking about it. Got her book, a book with a companion book with it. A companion book, for those who don't know, is where you write down day one, I feel like this and this.
You got the book. You got both of the books. Remember, Saturday?
Yeah, I do. It was a gift from somebody else, but they never picked it up, so it made me think, like, okay. But no, where can we find this? Where can we find the book? Where can we get in touch with you? How can we book you to come to seminars? If somebody want to fly to LA and be like, hey, we need this. What's the information? How do we find you?
Okay, I have all my handles.
She's like, okay.
Twitter, Valessa Winslow. Facebook, Valessa Winslow. I'm on LinkedIn as well, Valessa Winslow.
True.
You can personally contact me at 210-236-2496.
Don't be calling for no dinners either. It's only for me.
Chill out and let me finish what I'm doing. I'm the guest. Hello.
Go ahead, Ms. V. Go ahead.
And also, you can reach me on my website as well. It's inspiredtobetransformed.org as well.
That's good, because I remember 10 months ago when I was like, yo, your social media, you were like...
Social media, it's a learning curve, and it's a learning process. You had to crawl before you had to walk too, Cedric. Now, let's not forget that.
I started walking at 3 months. I'm a beast.
Okay.
But now, Miss V, I'm proud. I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Seminars. I never graced the cover of a magazine. Hollywood.
Yay.
Hollywood. Y'all check
it's
this
favor
out.
From God, though. It's favor. It's all about favor.
God don't want me in Hollywood. I'll lose myself, I guess.
Favor. But let's stay on track, Cedric.
We about to wrap it up. That's why I'm doing your post up. The tracks has reached the dock. Y'all see that? That's not my face. That's the Miss Beautiful V. Winslow, man.
Oh.
You've been doing your thing. Like I said, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all go to her media, her website. Y'all can see the progress of this breakthrough movement. That's what you got going on.
Only God. Only God. Only
Definitely.
God. Trust me. Only God.
So look, we gotta pay a couple of bills. I'm gonna turn it back over to the conductor, let him do his thing. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bye.
But now, Miss V,
yeah.
I'm proud. I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Seminars. I never graced the cover of a magazine. Hollywood.
Yay.
Hollywood. Y'all check
It's
this out.
favor from God, though. It's favor. It's all about favor.
God don't want me in Hollywood. I'll lose myself, I guess.
Favor. But let's stay on track, Cedric.
We about to wrap it up. That's why I'm doing your post up. The tracks has reached the dock. Y'all see that? That's not my face. That's the Miss Beautiful V Winslow, man.
Oh.
You've been doing your thing. Like I said, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all go to her media, her website. Y'all can see the progress of this breakthrough movement. That's what you got going on.
Only God.
Breakthrough
Only God.
movement.
Only
Definitely.
God. Trust me. Only God.
So look, we gotta pay a couple bills. I'm gonna turn it back over to the conductor, let him do his thing. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bye.
Blessed are the poor in spirit.
No,
Theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
no stress.
Blessed are they that mourn.
They
shall be
no
comforted.
stress. Yo, say. So many blessings, good Lord, I'm blessed.
Blessed are the meek.
No,
They
yeah,
shall inherit
no stress. I live the life that He gave me. Whatever it's worth. They said you don't come out the house. Well, I'm like I'm putting in work. Chef in the kitchen, I'm stirring the pot. Whipping the fake cause it's all that I got. Reckless in life, had that dot on my head. Ran with some fellas that run from the feds. Never see color but red's what he bled. That's that sauce on the tree. The sauce. Them nails on the cross. I don't see no hammer. Can someone explain it to me? Like why would you die for the soul that's in me? My mind is so strong but my flesh it gets weak. And no, I'm not perfect, but blessings on blessings on blessing. It seems to be all that I see. I pray every night and dive deep in the scripture cause the old me wanna throw cash at the strip, but she got low self-esteem. That's where she get attention in the club every night trying to pay for tuition. I'm looking at my family and we all eating good. Got a lot to be thankful cause I made it out the hood. Growing up to be the man that my father raised right. 2 kids under 5 and a beautiful wife. Good Lord, God's love is the tightest, the future the brightest, and everything He touches gold like Midas. The world is the coldest, but I am just focused on my family worrying less. Take a look in the mirror. I wonder what God's doing next. I wonder, cause I ain't even stressing. I ain't even stressing. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, no stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. No,
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, but they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, but they shall obtain
so
mercy.
many blessings, good Lord, I'm
Are
blessed.
the pure in heart,
No,
but they shall
yeah.
see God.
No. Don't mean to be nosy, but you know you blessed. Then answer me one question, why are you stressed?
Blessed.
Worry about things you can't change on the spot. Finger on the trigger, you don't wanna pay for that shot. This song ain't for those that be taking time off. Fake for no works is dead, so I'm counting up the cost. Confessing my sins to the Lord, like forgive me. Father, forgive me. I done came short from the glory, like look, can you hear me? Doors closed in your face, but the blinds wide open. Believing in your blessing, then you need to stay focused. Climb through the window to get to the roof. Blessings on blessings, cause we speak the truth. Look how far we done came. Look at me now. From back in the day. The struggle is over. And mama, we made it. Cause I ain't even stressing. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, yeah. I ain't even stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Oh nah, no stressing. Too many blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness'